and welcome to the Magical Parenting Podcast. I'm Cristina Tumino, the founder of the Magical Parenting Method, where I can guide you on a holistic journey to raise happy and fulfilled children. On this episode, I will talk about the early years and how these are crucial for the child's future life as well as the societies of tomorrow. Jesuits have a saying that sounds something like this: "Give me the child until the age of 7 and I will show you the man." This is because the kind of experiences and education the children receive during the first 6-7 years of age shape who they will become later in life. Not getting the right kind of support physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually speaking can sign children for the rest of their life. For instance, children's first form of relationship with a familiar person and their main point of reference represents a significant experience on which children base all the future relationships in life. John Bowlby, in the attachment theory, explains that children have an innate and instinctive attachment behavior since birth as a form of protection and survival. Through this attachment behavior, they form an internal working model, like a template, that they will try to recreate with friends and partners. Situations may vary from children to children and parents' personality though. But generally speaking, when children feel secure, loved, and accepted, they tend to build a positive self-image and relationships. However, making children feel safe doesn't mean to keep them in a golden cage protected from any risk. And attachment is not based on material things either, like lavishing gifts and gadgets on them. Attachment is about being present, listening, being responsive, and affectionate. It concerns accepting uniqueness, the child's wants and oneself, and providing boundaries and supporting independence. So the child learns to respect, take risks, make new discoveries, and learn from experience when feeling loved and safe. Often, what is not supported or is missed during the early years is very hard to gain in adulthood. This is quite visible in the extreme case of the wild boy of Aveyron, a 12-year-old boy found in the woods in southern France. This boy couldn't speak any language or utter a word. Jean Itard, a physician and pioneer in pedagogy, named this boy Victor and created for him an intensive educational program. However, although his effort, Victor was never able to speak fluently. Recent studies show that the kind of language and vocabulary spoken by children at the age of 5 years old will determine how eloquently they will express themselves when they are adults. These few examples is to show how the role of the educator is fundamental for the development of the child, as well as building values and beliefs for societies of tomorrow. And this is why it's so important to nurture our true personality, our essence, and our true potential. On another episode, I also talked about sameness and standardization and how this is the opposite of uniqueness. It is its rival and worst enemy. Any sort of system, ideology, or view that treats, educates, and raises individuals based on sameness, that means like if we were all the same, is the ultimate cause of troubles, injustice, and conflicts. Unfortunately, most schools, public and private, operate in this way. They are these kind of factories that deliver standardized products. Education is now compulsory in many countries in the world, and there is no doubt that we all should be educated. However, it is common practice to go to school to gain an education. In the UK, a child starts a full-time education at the age of 5, although many children attend reception in England at the age of 4. Nurseries and preschools are very common, especially in a society where both parents work full-time. They are considered by many as a good place for children to learn. Children can certainly learn some letters and songs and receive some care and love, but still, nurseries sadly follow standardized procedures and child-to-teacher ratios. As a consequence, children cannot be stimulated and supported enough according to their unique individualities and skills, and they cannot receive the individual attention needed either. In terms of uniqueness, in 2008, the UK government introduced a statutory guidance called EYFS that stands for Early Years Foundation Stage. This statutory framework sets the standards that school and childcare providers must meet for the learning, the development and care of children from birth to the age of 5. A non-statutory guidance document is also provided by Development Matters to support the practical side of the EYFS rules. Interestingly enough, in both papers it is continuously mentioned that each child is unique and yet educated by providing the best standards. Although these rules and guidance could be a helpful point of reference, the way the system is structured and works fails at supporting and developing children's unique skills. In fact, nurseries and preschools are a prelude to the standardization process. Parents start to transfer the responsibility of the education of their children to the system and begin to detach from their children. Children start to become destabilized and feel less special, even when teachers have the best intentions at heart. And as I said before, standardization is not equivalent to unique and special. The kind of educator who can provide a personalized education, who can unfold the unique skills of the child, who can help to build solid templates for future relationships, is actually the parent. Parents are the most appropriate individuals because they have a bond of love. They want the best for their child. John Taylor Gatto, an American author and ex-teacher, when accepting the New York City Teacher of the Year award in 1990, he said in his speech, "The brand of schooling produces dependent, lost personalities. Family is the main engine of education. It is in families and communities indeed that children should learn and be educated because they are an integral part of the society where they live and interact." There is this common misconception that parents cannot teach their own children and support their intellectual growth. If you need any support on this matter, or with physical, emotional, intellectual and mental and spiritual growth, please contact me on info@magicalparenting.co.uk or visit my website at magicalparenting.co.uk to find out more. I hope this episode gave you some interesting insights. Please put some comments below and don't forget to subscribe to don't miss out on future episodes. I see you soon. Bye!